you alerted that somebody that something was in the back of the yard that didn't look right, or you just went? How did you discover the body?
No, actually, I just got home from work, prepared dinner as usual, went to bed. While I was at bed, I don't know what happened. I just found myself to be like very hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So I got up and I saw that the light was on in my house.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that my daughter was sleeping. So I said to her, you know, I'm feeling hungry. So can she look about something else for me to eat? So she got up and she prepared some of the same dinner that we had before.
Yes.
And she brought it to me and I had the dinner. After having the dinner, I said to her, okay, go and scrape the dishes outside. Don't leave the bones and stuff.
Yes.
Because I realized that both herself and her father had cleaned up the kitchen before.
Yes.
So I said to her, don't bother to leave this plate there. Just go and scrape it out. And when she opened the door, I heard she said to me, Mommy, to Joseph outside here, sir, and I'm talking to him, and he's not answering me. I said to her, stop talking foolishness. Because Joseph could not be outside at this hours of the night. Joseph's supposed to be over his yard and in his bed. She said, yes, Mommy. So I went now and I pulled the door. And when I pulled the door, I started to, but the way I was shocked, I'm saying, am I having a nightmare? So I closed back the door. And then I opened it back again and I actually saw that it was him. And I closed back the door, I got on the phone, and I called my brother-in-law, which is Shelley's partner.
Yes. So, do you have a concrete roof, Mrs. Reed?
Yes, I do.
So is it that from time to time the kids would use that ladder to go on the roof to play or just to sit and cool out?
No, it's not to play. The ladder is used because that's where I hang my clothes.
Uh-huh.
On the roof.
Yes.
That's where my line is. And my husband also used the line for purpose of planting his produce and stuff.
Yes.
He does some form of planting on top of the roof as well.
Yes.
So that's the reason why the ladder is always there.
So is that the children aren't allowed up there?
No, they know that they're not supposed to go up there. Because we always say to them, don't go up there in case somebody fall off or something. But it's not the first, like the ladder would be there. The ladder is left there every day.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So did any of the children tell you afterwards that, when was the last time any of the children saw Chad, Joseph?
You mean my children?
Yes.
When the incident happened, my sons were sleeping because I have two sons and a daughter.
Right.
So when the incident happened, my sons were sleeping. The only person who was up there was my daughter.
Right.
So the last time they would have saw him, as I said to you prior, was when they came from school and the plane was in the afternoon there.
Yes.
And then everybody separated and went home to have their dinner and go to bed.
Right. So everybody thought that Chad had gone home. They evening come.
I'd gone to my bed. So
right.
I would be thinking that Chad is outside.
Yes.
I had already gone to my bed, closed my doors near my family, and gone to sleep. So I would be thinking that Chad is outside.
Let's hold it right there for a minute, ladies. Let's take a quick break and come right back. We're speaking with the family members. We have the mother of 8-year-old Chad Robinson. We have his aunt, Mrs. Latoya Reed, and we also have the head of the St. Andrew North Police Division, Superintendent Jacqueline Green. More after the break.
Spectacular savings at IQ Optical. For a limited time only, buy one pair of premium lens and get up to $25,000 off the second pair, plus 20% off the frame. A bargain you can't afford to miss. Conditions apply. The time by IQ Optical is
7:31. Alternative Power Sources Limited provides solar-powered systems, LED lighting, solar water heating, and more. Located at 4 Strathern Avenue, Kingston. Telephone 960-4886. The temperature by Alternative Power Sources Limited, leaders in renewable energy solutions for your homes and offices, is
29 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 26 in Montego Bay.
Somewhere down on Earth, there is a place called JetCon. JetCon has fuel-efficient cars and sports cars. JetCon has performance cars and family cars. JetCon has low-priced cars to suit your budget. But most importantly, JetCon has your car. Visit us at jetconcars.com or 2 Sandringham Avenue off Malines Road. Telephone 920-CARS. JetCon. We have the right car for you.
educators, students, staff, and family, you'll embrace the possibilities when you're a part of our community. Hopes and dreams could become reality. Save, invest, plan, insure, get a loan, and so much more. At Educom, we'll ensure your future's bright, safe, and secure.
Educom Co-op Credit Union, bringing value to those in the education sector and neighboring communities through service, integrity, innovation, and commitment. Call 926-6973 or visit educomcoop.com to find a branch near you.
At Educom, we'll ensure your future's bright, safe, and secure.
The following is a paid announcement by the JLP.
How can we move Jamaica from poverty to prosperity? The JLP invites you to the first of our Prosperity Live series on Thursday, June 11th at Jamaica College at 6:30 p.m. Have your say on how to generate real growth. Share your ideas with party leader Andrew Holness and spokesman on finance Audley Shaw. Jamaica first. Together we plan. Prosperity Live. Thursday, June 11th, 6:30. See you there.
The proceeding is a paid announcement by the JLP.
7:33, you're on the front page. We're talking about that tragic incident in incident in Gordontown involving that 8-year-old boy who police believe committed suicide. We have his mother on the line, Shelly-Ann Levy. Good morning once again, Shelly-Ann. Shelly-Ann, are you there? Do we have her? She's okay. All right, so we're also speaking with Mrs. Latoya Reed, who is Chad's aunt and head of the St. Andrew North Police Division, Superintendent Jacqueline Green. Mrs. Reed, what was Chad like?
He was just like any ordinary little boy, an ordinary boy child who does their boy things. He wasn't any different. I mean, kids can be rude, but he wasn't any outside the ordinary child.
Did he have any type of behavior problems or any moodiness, seeming to be depressed or anything like that?
No, not that I know, because I haven't known him for a very long time because they just recently lived there.
Well,
so it's not that I have known him for years just for me to give any. Let me say anything about him then.
Well, his mom is back on with us. Shelly-Ann, you there now?
Yes, I'm here.
Shelly-Ann, I'm so sorry to hear of what happened to your son. I know this is a very difficult time for you, and we're glad that you're able to join us this morning. And tell us about your son. He was the youngest?
Yes, he is.
He's the youngest. What was he like?
He was just like the climb stream, just make fun of everybody. When he with me started, him always make me laugh.
So he's a pleasant child.
Yes. Because boys always the boys. That in road, not so quick as rope or a car or whatever it may be, and just to tight on his neck and jump off of the place.
Did he ever complain about any type of issues at school or with his friends?
No. Only one time, I think, when I went on the street, I hear they tell me that they tell him to stop to get a check-up. And when they come back, they said somebody said a check-up on him and threw it away. And he said to me, Mommy is a bigger boy and his face is covered with an orange thing around it. So the first thing comes to my mind, I said, because he said, don't know if the person go up or down. I said it was a demon attack.
You thought a demon attacked your son?
That is what I feel at the first day when they said about the ketchup. So everybody was searching for it.
When was that?
I think it was last week, Friday.
And that's the only unusual thing you can think of?
At that first time, at the ketchup point.
I was listening to Mrs. Reed describe how the ladder is set up against the house and the roof and whatnot, and the situation with the shoelace. Is it possible at all that this could have been an accident? That he went up there, had the shoelace in his hand, and slipped, and it somehow became entangled around his neck?
Honest truth, I do not know. Because of him, I don't think he would tie something around his neck and go up on the ladder and just jump up like that.
I guess the superintendent could help us.
What do you believe in your heart happened?
I don't hear that.
What do you believe in your heart happened?
My heart. When I see my son, so him didn't look like him hung on his foot. Him never look like him hung. Like I don't see like him eye turn over, or tongue would have a slight showing out.
Superintendent, the people are wondering too if this could have been an accident. You know, young boys, hyperactive, daring, brave, and up on the ladder there, based on what you and your team saw, is it possible that it may have been, you know, an accidental case of death? You don't think?
Yes, based on what my investigators saw when they went there, it could have been, and we are still treating it as such because we have no other evidence to say or think otherwise.
Well, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to establish, and it is difficult because of course you've not done your investigation yet, is two things. Yes, it appears to be a case of suicide to your team, but we're trying to see whether or not it was, based on what you saw, it was a case of him deliberately going there and this happening, or he was climbing up the ladder and some actually fell, slipped, and something happened, and that's how the suicide came about.
Based on what my team saw, because I did not actually attend to the scene.
Yes.
I did not go there personally, but based on what they saw, it could have been a case where he could have been exploring. Don't want to say much about that.
Right.
Because we have to think about the feelings of the mother.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Mrs. Reed, how are your children taking it? They had played with him only hours earlier, and of course his family. How are they reacting to what happened yesterday?
Well, I have a 3-year-old, an 8-year-old whose name is also Chad, and a 15-year-old. The 15-year-old actually saw, as I explained for her, so I know she's traumatized. She's not saying much, but she was never a talkative person from the get-go. So she's not really saying much in terms of how she's feeling. I know when the investigators questioned her yesterday, she expressed certain things to them. But otherwise, I have tried my best not to bombard her. If the reason being, next week coming, the morning starting, they have the end of term exam. I don't want it to sound to anybody as if I am not being compassionate when I say that, but I mean, I myself don't even know what to do or what to say.
Yeah, true.
Because it has been very difficult for me. I had to go to the doctor yesterday and place on sedative and stuff because remember, it's my yard that the thing has actually been done in. I have to be being faced with persons saying all manner of not nice stuff. Fingers are being pointed, and it's just not easy for me. I think it's only because I have recently gave my life to the Lord.
Yes.
And I don't think, I know it's the mercy of God that's carrying me right now because it's not easy.
Shelly
I
Ann?
have, as I said, I
Yes.
have an 8-year-old Natalia.
Yes.
So I know it's not easy.
Shelly Ann?
Yes, sir.
How is your family? Your partner, Chad's father, is your other children? How are they all taking it?
Well, everyone is still crying. He won't have us trying to look up for the next one to went to school this morning, and he just diarrhea just take him same time, and he start crying. So right now he's not at school.
Oh boy, these are the difficult interviews that we have to, and this is, I know it's a very, very difficult situation. But we want to thank you this morning. Thank you very much, Shelly Ann. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mrs. Reed and the Superintendent. Thank you, and we'll be keeping close to you to follow to find out how the investigations progress.
Thanks for having me also.
Thank you for morning, lady.
All the best to you, Shelly Ann. Our regards to your family.
It's difficult for us on this side to ask people questions and to try to sift through what is sensitive, what is insensitive. Can you imagine how it must be for them? Mrs. Reed said she went out there, saw the boy's body, and she closed the door because she couldn't believe. Yeah, and she went back to look again and realized that. Oh dear.
I would like to believe that this was an accident. I really and truly hope that he didn't do that to himself.
Listen,
But whatever did happen, it doesn't ease the pain for the family.
boys are daring. It's our nature. Yeah? Very, very. We are afraid of nothing. We jump from the highest building and. Yeah. And. What do you say? Boy. Let's take a break. We'll come right back with more.
Looking homes and gardens start with Patrick True Value. Visitation island wide for a wide range of paints, tires, lighting, tools, appliances.